crash course to using the Elementor plugin in your WordPress website. If you missed the last video where we installed our theme and got everything set up for today's video, I'll leave a link up top and down below. Elementor does require you to have a theme installed. Here we have our website that we created in the last video ready to go, and now what I want to do is navigate to my dashboard. And if I scroll down to appearance and themes, you guys are going to notice that I have the theme called Blocksy installed. When you install Blocksy, it also helps you install Elementor all in the same process. So that's why I recommend installing Blocksy as your theme. But if you do decide to install another theme, what you can do is go add a new plugin and just simply search for Elementor right here in this search box. And then you're going to want to install Elementor Website Builder. Make sure you install and activate it here. Now we're going to go back to pages. And what we're going to do is we're going to create a new page by clicking Add New Page. And what we're going to do is title this Elementor Practice. And what we want to do now is we want to navigate to our Blocksy icon here, and we actually want to disable this title because we don't want this to display on our final website page. So now we're going to go ahead and click publish, make sure we publish this. And now we can X out of that and we can hit edit with Elementor here. And this is going to take us to our Elementor page. And what this is going to do is it's going to allow us to add our elements by clicking and dragging. But before we get into that, you're going to notice that there's a header and footer element on this page. The reason for this is because our theme actually creates our header and footer for us. And I just changed everything out here to what I wanted. And I'll show you guys how that's working later on in today's video. But for the header and footer, this is all controlled by our theme. This is not controlled by Elementor, so we cannot edit it from this level in Elementor. Now, what you're going to notice is on the left, we have our layout options. We have a container. We have basic like heading, image, videos, and a lot of other stuff that you guys can explore here. If we go down to Pro, you're going to notice there's a lot of Pro options. I'm going to show you guys how you can avoid having to pay for the Pro version and still get all the same features on your website. If you scroll down past the Pro stuff, you're going to notice that there's a lot of stuff down here as well that you can use without having to spend any extra money. So now what we want to do is just create a basic container here. So you're going to notice that this creates a container and there's nothing in here. You can change the width, the min height, and a lot of other options down here. The style, we're just going to go ahead and change the color of this by going to our background overlay. We're going to click on classic color here, and we're going to change our color to something more like a blue here, and we can change this to exactly what we want using our RGB or hex values here. You're going to notice that the background is now blue. If we click on this grid here, it's going to allow us to add more elements into this container. So in our case, we want to add a heading, and we want to make this align to the center. So we're going to go to style alignment, go ahead and center that, and we're going to title this Kalman Web Design. You can edit this text right here by just clicking on it, but I usually like to go click on this pencil icon and then navigate to content, and from here you can actually type it in over here and it will display on your page on the right side. And if you go ahead and click on style again, from here you can directly change the color of your text, the typography, anything you guys want here. Over in advanced, you can also add awesome JavaScript style animations without having to write a single line of code. We're going to add fade in down, and we're going to change the animation duration to slow, and you can create an animation delay to exactly what you want here. And there are a lot of other options that you guys can explore. For now, we're going to navigate back to our elements, and we're going to add an image into this container. We're going to make this a medium image like so. And now what we need to do is we're just going to add a picture of some code in here. And now you guys can see we can change the size of this. We can make it larger, which is what we want here. And you guys can add captions if you want and add links as well. And in our case, I want to add a border to it just to show you guys this functionality here. So we're going to add 100. And if we want to round the corners of this, we can go back to our style here and add a border radius. I'm going to make this 30 for today's video. So you guys can basically customize anything you want. You can even turn this completely around, all with just single clicks here if you want, just like that, without having to write any code at all. Now what we want to do is go ahead and hit update, and then this is going to mean that our page is live. And if you scroll down underneath all of your content, you're going to notice that you have the drag widget here option. So you can create a container by clicking this little plus button, and you can actually split it up how you want it. So let's say we want a 4-column layout here. We can go ahead and add this in, and let's say I change my mind later on, you can simply right click, and here Elementor will give you the option to edit container, duplicate, add new container, and a number of other options. But in our case, we just want to delete this, and now we have it deleted. And if you want to get rid of this container, you can go hover over it and click this little X button. And now let's say we change our mind to this 2-column layout. We can add that in here as well. Next, if you click and drag this here, what it's going to do is it's going to let you maneuver this container wherever you want it. So let's say I want it on the top, I can put it there. If I want to put it back underneath the first container I created, you can do that as well. And then with this little plus button, you can add another drag widget option here, create your container right in there. Next, if you click on this folder, what it's going to do is it's going to give you blocks. Most of these are reserved for the pro version, but that's a major reason why we're using the Blocksy theme, is because we get all of these features from our template using Blocksy. So we don't have to worry about using these pro options here from Elementor. And it will also give you pages. So for example, here's a free version. We can go ahead and insert this if we want it, and it gives us a basic template. And from there, we can move stuff around to where we want it. If you scroll down, look around a little bit, you'll find plenty of free options. So right here, and you can customize that exactly how you want it. Now underneath my templates, you're going to notice that I have some pre-saved elements in here, and you can actually save your own templates. So these are all templates that I've saved. And let's say you want to save something as a template because you want to use it later on again, you can right click right here where it says edit container, and you can go down here to where it says save as template. And now all you have to do is enter the name. So we'll enter trial, go ahead and click save. And now you can see that our trial template is right here, and I can insert it again. I can preview it. But in our case, we're going to try inserting this here, and we're going to go ahead and apply like so. So as you guys can see, it duplicates our template here. And again, you can just do that simply by duplicating it with this option. But if you want to include it on another page, you can save it as a template and then open it up on a later page later on. Navigate back to our WordPress admin here. So we're just going to remove that. Go back to our admin. We're going to go back to pages here. And now I want to show you guys that this page is showing up down here as our Elementor practice page. And you can go back to it, edit with Elementor. You can duplicate it because, again, in our last video, we installed the duplicate this plugin. And you can also go to view it. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and click view here. And you're going to notice that our page is completely functional and viewable here. So in the top left, we have this icon. When we click on that, we will go to our site settings. And what you're going to notice is that we have global colors and global fonts. And this is going to be the case with a lot of themes on WordPress. If you click on this, it's going to have this color scheme set up, but you're going to notice that if we go back, none of this color scheme is actually being implemented onto our website. And that's going to be the same case for our fonts as well. To actually change those, what you want to do is navigate back to your WordPress admin here, go to pages, then you want to go to your page, and in our case, it's Elementor Practice, and we're going to go ahead and click View. Now what you want to do is go to where it says Customize, and from here, this is where it's going to let you edit your header, your footer, and change the colors on your website here. So let me show you guys that one more time. Underneath general options where it says colors, if you click on this, this is going to be your active color scheme. And in the case of using Blocksy and many other themes on WordPress, this is how it's going to work to change out your colors. So if we go ahead and change color 1 here to black, you're going to notice that our primary color here for our button is going to change to black. And then we can go ahead and change that to something where you can actually see it now. So you'll notice that that's going to change the color. But the only thing that is going to be different about this here is this is not going to change the color that you created in Elementor, because that color is only accessible through the editing that you did in Elementor. So for example, this blue color is not going to get changed unless you go back to Elementor and change that color. And now if we go back, you're going to notice that our header is displaying here. If we go here, you can see we have our logo added and we have our menu and our button here. And from here is where you can start making some changes to that menu. And in another video, we're going to go more in depth into all the customization options that WordPress offers here. But for now, you need to understand that a lot of themes in WordPress operate this same way when you install Elementor, but some do not do this as well. So it just breaks down to whatever theme and whatever you need out of your website. If you're a beginner watching this video and you're not that great with WordPress yet, go ahead and start off with the Blocksy theme and follow what I showed you in today's video, because it will all make a lot more sense as you get some practice making your first initial website and a few after that inside of WordPress. If you have any questions, please reach out to us through this video today in the comments and we will respond to you, or go to our website at kalmanwebdesign.com. Thanks so much for watching.